Now, viewers, let's take you to the other side of this very war theatre, that is the United States. After unleashing the Operation Epic Fury on Iran, United States has now released the first image of President Donald Trump monitoring the strikes, one that will go down in the pages of history as we speak of this very situation. The image was released by US State Department, in which Trump can be seen inside the war room with his team, and in the backdrop is a map that's visible showing the United States in West Asia. Trump has once again, viewers, warned Iran, reinstated that the country cannot be allowed to have nuclear weapons, and urged the Revolutionary Guards to lay down their weapons or face death. In an address, Donald Trump has said that the US cannot allow a nation that raises terrorist armies to possess such weapons that would allow them to extort the world to their evil will. He's also added that combat operations continue at this time in full force, and that they will continue until all US objectives have been completely achieved. Now, but Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi says diplomacy was deliberately derailed. They also will not be backing down at this point. He has accused Trump of bombing the very negotiating table that they were having the talks on. Tehran insists Iran is defending itself and warns that no one can now tell it not to respond after what transpired.
An Iranian regime armed with long-range missiles and nuclear weapons would be a dire threat to every American. We cannot allow a nation that raises terrorist armies to possess such weapons, would allow them to extort the world to their evil will. Not going to let it happen. We're not happening to us, and we're not going to let it happen to others. The United States has the strongest military the world has ever seen. Last night, all over Iran, the voices of the Iranian people could be heard cheering and celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity. They're calling by the thousands. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. They could have done something 2 weeks ago, but they just couldn't get there. For almost 50 years, these wicked extremists have been attacking the United States while chanting the slogan, "Death to America," or "Death to Israel," or both. They are the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. We are the world's greatest and most powerful nation, so we can do something about what they do. These intolerable threats will not continue any longer. I once again urge the Revolutionary Guard, the Iranian military, and police, to lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. It will be certain death. Won't be pretty. I call upon all Iranian patriots who yearn for freedom to seize this moment, to be brave, be bold, be heroic, and take back your country. America is with you. America will avenge their deaths and deliver the most punishing blow to the terrorists who have waged war against basically civilization. They have waged war against civilization itself. Our resolve, and likewise that of Israel, has never been stronger. America is now, again, the richest, most powerful nation in the world by far. But the only reason we enjoy the quality of life that we do and the freedom and security is we have done things that others are unable to do. But it's because of warriors who are willing to lay down their lives to do battle with our enemies. And they do battle better than anybody.
It is obvious that this assassination would make this confrontation more complicated and even more dangerous. It is absolutely unprecedented and a big violation of international law that a leader of another country is assassinated by foreign forces. So that would make this conflict or this war of aggression by Americans against us even more dangerous, more complicated, and would add perhaps new aspects to that. Today, a transition council is established, and that is of the president, the head of judiciary, and one of the jurists of the Guardian Council. So these group of three would act as in charge of the leadership before a new leader is elected. And then the process of election of the new leader by the Assembly of Experts would be started. I assume that it takes a short period of time, maybe in 1 or 2 days, they will elect a new leader for the country, inshallah. So everything is in order, and everything is, in line with our legal system and in line with our constitution.